Hello, welcome back to Vanmanyo Reviews, where I review British trains and rank them on several factors. Today we're looking at the Class 196 with West Midlands Railway. This train has now been in service for nearly over a year, and I made a video on the train on its first day of operations. So, what is the Class 196 like now, after a year of operation? Well, I'm having a look on a journey between Nuneaton and Leamington Spa. Do join me. Today's two-car unit is 196-006. But before we get on, let's have a look at today's route. Today's route sees us head directly southwards, calling it Bermuda Park, Bedworth, Coventry Arena, and then the city of Coventry. After that, we continue heading southwards to one of Britain's newest stations, Kenilworth, before arriving into Leamington Spa. With a journey time of around 40 minutes to travel the 19 miles, that gives us an average speed of just 26 miles an hour, so today's journey is definitely not a fast one. With that, let's hop aboard and take a look at this DMU. First, let's look at the seat. Legroom in this airline style seat is adequate, and there's this support bar which blocks you. Between the two seats there is a USB and 3-pin plug, and the tray table is very sturdy but pretty small. You're going to struggle to fit a laptop on that. The ambience of this train was relatively nice, and there were quite a lot of free seats, meaning that it will score highly in these categories. Now let's look at the seats. I found the seat padding to be quite firm, with the back padding being quite hard actually. There was also no armrest, meaning that it will score quite low in this category. Anyway, before too long, we were departing Nuneaton on our way to Leamington Spa. Bear in mind, this unit is built by CAF, who are infamous for really poor ride quality on their units, such as the Class 397. But I'm happy to report that ride quality on the 196s actually isn't all that bad. It's not great and it's still quite uncomfortable, but it's definitely not as bad as it could be, and is with units such as the Class 397.
And step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs.
Our first station of the day was Bermuda Park. The station opened in 2016 to serve the Bermuda Park Industrial Estate. The industrial estate is home to companies such as Booker Wholesale and HelloFresh. The next station was Bedworth, one of the original stations on the line, opening in 1988. This station used to have links to Leicester and the East Midlands until 2004.
Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage.
Our next station calling point was Coventry Arena. This station opened in 2016 for the Coventry Building Society Arena, where Coventry City Football Club play and other matches and events are held. The station sometimes does not get a matchday service due to the trains being too short, and overcrowding is common. Today though they did, and even though Coventry were playing Stoke and the train was very busy up to this point, there wasn't any overcrowding on this 196, although I do think a 3 or 4 car service would be much better than this 2-car service. Our next station calling point was Coventry, by far the biggest station on this line. Before COVID, the station saw upwards of 8.2 million passengers per year, and sees fast and frequent services to Birmingham, London, Scotland, and Manchester. The station underwent huge construction work in the 2020s, including a brand new station building, to coexist with the current one, which dates from the early 60s. Perhaps my claim for longer trains is needed, as some fans were left behind. It probably goes without saying that there was no catering on board this service. West Midlands Railway and London North Western Railway don't offer catering on any of their trains. This means that their score is a flat 0. As for cleanliness, I thought the train was pretty clean, even with Coventry City fans and Stoke fans just leaving, so it scored highly on that factor. Our penultimate station today is Kenilworth. The town used to have a station up until 1965, when it was closed. In 2018, the station reopened. The station was delayed several months due to network rail track and signalling defects and the lack of drivers and guards necessary to run the route. Today, the station just has one platform, but has enough room for 2 platforms if the demand needs it in the future. As the train had quietened down, I had a look at the disabled toilet. Inside, it was nice and clean and the locking system was easy to use. I found the water, soap and dryer to be working perfectly fine, and it gets a thumbs up and a high score from me. As I mentioned before, the ambience was modern and I found it to be really nice. Bins are awkwardly situated between seats and have a really firm closing mechanism that actually made me bleed. There's even connection points in the disabled bays, which is very good. I found the information displays to be really helpful, telling all the correct information and also looking very, very nice. The physical announcements were also working perfectly fine. And just a few minutes later, we were arriving into Leamington Spa. So to my final thoughts on the West Midlands Railway Class 196. Well, overall I think they're pretty solid units actually, for the routes that they do in and around the West Midlands at around an hour and a half long journeys. They're actually pretty good, and I think they're very, very good compared to the Class 172s, 170s and 153s that they've replaced. So let's have a look at the scores that I gave it. I gave today's journey 62 out of 100, or 62%. I thought the cleanliness, punctuality and the toilet were high points of the journey. The information displays were also very good. Obviously no catering means that it loses out 10 points there, and I thought that the seat and ride comfort weren't especially good. So how does this 196 journey rank compared with the other journeys I've taken? Well, the only other journey I've taken is the Class 390. If you don't want spoilers, I would recommend watching the video now so you don't get spoils of what I've ranked it. Unsurprisingly, this 196 journey is ranked below the Class 390. Obviously, they're completely different trains really. But if you look at it, catering gained Avanti 8 points. So technically, without that catering, Avanti will be behind this West Midlands Railway 196. So actually, between the 196 and the 390, it's quite a close affair. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this journey and this review. Make sure you like and subscribe to check out other reviews that I will be releasing soon, and check out my other playlists in the link in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.